What is better? Pure muscle strength or someone who's training martial arts? The MMA maniac shows us how to beat someone even if he's built like the Empire State Building. Are you the type of dog that barks but doesn't bite? Say that again. And so the fight began. Look at the guy. He eats a chicken every hour and brushes his teeth with whey powder. Meanwhile, Rikudo is 2 heads shorter than him. I don't know how she wants to do anything about this. One good punch by him and she's dust. Concepts like threat and mercy vanished from his mind. His thoughts shifted purely to combat. He literally just wants to beat her up, bro. Just for your information, before this fight, she beat up his gang and the main character tried to fight the big guy but failed. He says, I hate to admit it, but I gotta be cautious. This dude is a criminal, by the way, a pimp and a kidnapper. I say this because what happens next will be much more satisfying that way. Yat! A left hand by Rikudo, and it did some damage. Another beautiful right hand to the jaw, and Rikudo keeps chaining together her combo. A left hook takes flight, and it's a liver hook. Perfect combo. Up high and then to the body as the guard was up. He felt that. She doesn't let him breathe though. Grabs his head and hits him with a knee. But the pimp was expecting this. He caught the knee. In his line of work, daily fights are a given and that's why he has some experience with street fights. With all of his force, he shoves Rikudo away. She flies through the room and crashes into the equipment. Akita, still on the ground from the beating the pimp gave him, says Rikudo's name. The pimp looks down on her and says she's predictable because she went for vital spots. She won't win like that. I'll teach you. Sheer force. That's all that matters in a fight. Bodybuilders rise up. He says some very bad words and goes for the finishing punch. If we assume he's over 200 pounds, my math tells me that shit will kill her. But then she suddenly does something. It looks like she's being possessed by a ghost. She wraps her legs around the pimp and crosses them. What's this? I thought this was a martial arts manga. And it is. Don't get any naughty ideas. This is a cross guard. She completely controls her opponent's movements with only her legs. This way he can't hit her. And then she pulls his legs in. She pulled his whole base out from under him, like chopping down a tree. The positions are reversed now. She effectively mounts him. What was that again? Sheer force is all that matters? She puts her hair in a ponytail and for a second the pimp thinks the fight has ended. But the nightmare only starts now. I'll teach you something better. The only thing that truly matters is violence. Bodybuilders maybe don't rise up yet. And this is the start of a disgusting ground and pound. She lets her fist rain down with full force on the pimp's face. Even though she probably weighs less than half his weight, a punch from a mount will do heavy damage. He tries to hit her but it doesn't do any damage. She giggles and says it tickles. I like this woman more and more, man. This scene demonstrates that the person on the bottom doesn't have any space nor leverage to strike back with power. After giggling like a princess just now, she continues her ground and pound carnage. You may want to know, there are surely ways to escape this hell. And yes, there are plenty of solutions. Just like here, you can trap your opponent's arm, bridge and reverse positions. But doing so would require knowing about it and then applying those techniques. Someone who just said strength is everything probably won't know about them. And that's why he's trapped under this maniac cutie patootie, an inescapable prison of fists. She keeps on raining down a hailstorm of punches on his head. He's realizing that she might actually kill him with this. And then we get a little flashback into his past. Women mocked me. I was so frustrated. That's why I started going to the gym. As I got stronger, I became more and more popular. Strength saved me. It's all I've got. And he tries another right hand from the bottom. But Rikudo moves forward and blocks the punch with her forehead. I just know she watched Bas Rutten's self-defense video. Intercepting a punch with your forehead can easily break the other person's hand. It actually works. Look at him screaming in pain. You always believed only the strongest win in a fight, right? However, violence is something deeper. And she drills her elbow into his already mangled face. Akita says this is all your fault. Because you got into a fight with his men, I got kidnapped and they beat the shit out of me. But it felt so good to hit someone who pissed me off. So will you teach me how to fight? Why? Isn't it obvious? So that I can hit you. Of course, my dear Akita. Welcome to the world of violence. How is this manga getting even crazier? Subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.